The stories that you're missing due to media bias. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. Is there any doubt that the mainstream media is in the tank for Hillary Clinton? If you had any doubt, well, that doubt's now gone due to the WikiLeaks document dump that confirms media collusion. Of course, if you, your friends, or your family are relying on the mainstream media to bring you the whole news and nothing but the news, then you're truly missing out. An analysis of recent media coverage of Donald Trump's problems with women versus Hillary Clinton's problems, and they are many, shows that the old line media is doing their best to ignore Clinton's troubles while obsessing over Trump's. Joe Concha, he's the media reporter at the Washington, D.C. based The Hill, detailed how the main three network newscasts, still watched by millions of Americans, spent a combined total of 23 minutes last Thursday on the latest Donald Trump revelations and accusations of women claiming he was inappropriate with them. Now, by comparison, the Clinton WikiLeaks story got 1 minute and 7 seconds combined over all three networks. Concha writes that the so-called newspaper of record was actually worse. Quote, in print on Thursday, it was no better. The New York Times, known as the paper of record, had 11 negative stories on Trump, including one in the sports section, but 0 on Clinton WikiLeaks, end quote. 11-0. Not exactly fair and balanced, is it? Now, I'm not here to tell you the Trump revelations are not a story. The media would be remiss, they'd be negligent even, not to cover the allegations in a fair manner. But are they being fair? Hardly. And as for balance, 23 minutes to 1, 11 stories to none, that tells you all you need to know. So here now are the top Clinton scandals that you're missing out on thanks to media bias. Number 1, Clinton campaign calls Latinos needy. It's no secret that the Clintons court minority voters, and they generally get their support in overwhelming numbers, even though they don't deliver much for these voters. In an email from August 2015, John Podesta, Clinton's campaign chair and one of her closest and longest advisors, sends her an email with the subject line, "Needy Latinos and one easy call." Now, the email from Podesta to Clinton herself then details a number of calls he'd like her to make to get Latino support, including to Bill Richardson, the Latino former governor of New York, who Podesta said can be a dick. Don't worry, though, Hillary Clinton's campaign may call Latinos needy, but I'm sure they do it out of love. Story number 2, Clinton campaign tries to take over the Catholic Church in America. When it comes to presidential elections, Catholics are the ultimate swing voters. In most elections since the 1960s, the candidate that has won the most Catholic votes has won the White House. But as Democrats become more hostile to faith in public life, more strident on issues like abortion, many Catholics have started to shift right. In 2012, in an email exchange with Sandy Newman with the far-left group Voices for Progress, Podesta, again Clinton's campaign chair, discussed a Catholic Spring. Newman had suggested the idea as a way to get the Catholic Church to back contraception and Obamacare, and asked Podesta about how to do a takeover. He responded, "We created Catholics in alliance with the common good to organize a moment like this." He went on to say it didn't work, but isn't it a bit much for a political operative to be setting up fake Catholic groups and then bragging about trying to overtake a church? Is this what Clinton stands for? Story number 3, Clinton and media collusion. There have long been claims that Clinton and the media, well, they've been in cahoots, and I bet lots of Bernie Sanders supporters wish they had this proof a few months ago. From leaked town hall questions to clearing quotes, even having the Clinton campaign edit articles, the media collusion is huge. I could sit here all day just reading off examples of the media and the Clinton campaign colluding. The WikiLeaks document showed Politico's top Washington reporter emailing a story to Podesta and asking him if he effed anything up. Glenn Thrush wrote, "Because I have become a hack, I will send you the whole section that pertains to you. Please don't share or tell anyone I did this. Tell me if I effed anything up." I get checking with sources to make sure your story is accurate, but this goes well beyond that. So too does Donna Brazile, a former CNN Democrat talking head who gave advance notice almost word for word, comma for comma, on a tough question for Hillary Clinton about the death penalty. This was the day before a town hall. CNN said it wasn't them that leaked it, and they're pointing to their broadcast partner, TV1, and anchor Roland Martin. Story number 4, Clinton campaign taking foreign money. Now, the Clinton Foundation has faced serious questions for taking foreign lobby money from countries that Hillary Clinton did business with as Secretary of State, including many with questionable human rights records. Despite that, her top campaign advisors decided to take money from lobbying firms representing foreign governments. In a long email exchange, Clinton campaign manager Robbie Mook writes, "I'm okay with just taking the money and dealing with the attacks. Are you guys okay with that?" Which prompted Clinton campaign director of communications Jennifer Palmieri to write, "Take the money." A candidate funded by foreign governments laundering their money through their lobbyists. That's just lovely, isn't it? Foreign donations, by the way, are illegal in U.S. elections, unless, of course, it's Clinton doing it, I guess. And finally, 5, the Clinton-Soros connection. Hillary Clinton is called for getting big money out of politics, and yet she's chummy with billionaire donors like Warren Buffett and George Soros. Soros is not only a donor to Clinton's campaign, he funds a lot of left-wing groups that feed into her campaign with ideas, volunteers, and the like. Soros is the ultimate billionaire political player. In one email, we see Mook, again, talking about doing things to make Soros happy. Clinton had been invited to a dinner for the Soros-backed group America Votes. When Hume Abedin sought advice on Clinton going, Mook wrote about how he had doubts that this group was going to be useful during the election cycle, but said, "I would only do this for political reasons, i.e., make Soros happy." Nothing says standing up for the little guy like making your billionaire donors happy, or speaking to Goldman Sachs, but that's a story for another day. Suffice to say that Clinton is getting away with the kind of dirt being released about her and her campaign that would sink any other candidate, not just apparently the media's latest darling, Hillary Rodham Clinton. If she's going to win with the help of the media, right down to the finish line. Hope you like what you just watched. If you did, make sure you click subscribe for our YouTube channel so you never miss another Rebel video again. And if you really want to help, you want to be on the inside, head on over to therebel.media and become a member where you can access premium-only content.